Hey guys, it's Maymay, and I just can't get enough of this punch board, but I promise I will not bring it out next week. Well, maybe. But anyway, this will be the last one this week for sure, or at least in this series. So today we're making another purse. Also, are you sick of my paper purses yet? Oh my gosh, am I in a rut? No, I'm loving it. Let's have some fun. We're gonna make a paper purse using this dude. Now the first thing you're gonna need is a piece of cardstock. I'm making this purse the size so I can put A2 size cards in it. So this one's gonna be 12 inches long by 8.5 wide, okay? So the first place you wanna score is at 1 3/8. So 1 3/8. Then we're gonna score at 5 inches, at 7 inches, and then lastly at 10 5/8. Don't worry about measurements. I'll have them on the blog for you so you can get them from there. Now the next place you're going to score, you're going to turn this into your scoreboard with the 8.5 inch side across. You're going to score at 1 3/8 and then 7 1/8. Just like that. Now we can go to our punch board. Now this part is super easy. We're going to use the punch and the little caption bubble, and everywhere a score mark is on the side of your paper, you're going to punch. So we'll start with the first one. We're going to punch that score mark. The next one, everywhere they go around the edge of the paper, around the perimeter. And this makes it super easy. Even here, where you have this score mark, you're going to put this into your punch, line up that score mark and punch. And it leaves you with this little diamond shape. Don't get rid of that. We probably can use it. I'll put it to the side. Now we just keep punching. I flip the paper over and I'm punching the score lines on the other side. Now I want to show you a trick. If you were to punch this like this, that little diamond piece would stay in there and you'd have to tip your little punch board over to get it out. No big deal. But what I do is I just flip the page over and let that little diamond piece stick out the side there and then punch. That way I can just grab it and we are all punched. See all those pieces? Pretty cool, huh? All right. Don't get rid of these. We might can use them. I don't know, but we might. We used them the other day. They came in pretty handy. Now we're going to fold everything. These two flaps on the end are going to get folded back. They go to the front of the purse, and I'm going to bring in my bone folder and crease everything down nice and tight. So there's that one. Then this one gets folded to the front. It is a flap. I just like flaps because I think they make the purse look a little dressy, right? There's that. Now these all go the other way, so we can flip this over and just fold these down. My cardstock is textured on one side, so that's how I know the front from the back. If you just have a solid piece, as long as they go opposite of each other, it really won't matter. Now watch how easy this is to make a purse. Glue on this tab, so you can do the sides, the top, wherever you want, okay? So you're gonna glue there, and then I'm gonna put some glue here on the top, just in this area. It'll all cross over, okay? Now we're gonna bring this guy up and meet those two sides together and glue that bottom flap in. I'm gonna lay it down flat. It makes it super easy to do it this way. I can look and see what I'm doing. Just make sure that your side flaps meet here at the top. That's all that matters, because we want a little angled bottom. Now, as you can see, there's no glue at the bottom here. I wasn't sure where it was gonna land, so I just wait till the end and stick some glue up in there. If you do this with sticky tape, just put your tape on one flap, and that way you'll know you'll be fine. Now let's do the other side the same way. So we're gonna put glue on this flap. We want that flap glued out of the way because we're gonna put cards in there. And if you don't glue it out of the way, you're gonna have a mess. And now I'm gonna put glue on one flap, the outer flap, like so, and then bring this together. So scoot those together on the side, lay that down, and then reach inside and lay that flap down. It'll save you some heartache at the end if that little flap on the inside is glued down. So this is the beginning of our purse. Now we just need to make it pretty. So let's do some mats for the front and the back. I have 4 pieces. I love this paper with the purple and the red. I think it's super cute. I have 4 pieces here. These guys are just square, and you can leave them that way or you can round the corners, whatever you want to do. I'm just going to leave them square, and I'm going to glue them down to the front of the bag. So now I'm going to glue this little guy to the front here. lining him up all the way around. And then one of my favorite tricks for getting this guy flat on there is to lay this down. I've already done this side. Put my hand inside and just squish that down, and that way I know it's on there nice and snug. So there is the front or the back of your purse, either way. Now then, for these little flaps right here, I'm gonna use the same paper I used here, but I'm gonna flip it over. Notice how much bigger this piece is than that one. There's a reason for that. I'll show you what it is, but first we're gonna do something. These pieces are 5.5 inches by 1 3/4. Again, that'll be on the blog for you, but we need to score these guys. So I'm gonna put this into the scoreboard, and I'm gonna score it at 1 3/8, just like that. And then the other one also 1 3/8. Now we can go back to our punch board and make them match those little flaps. If we don't do this step, our flaps won't match. Now, I gotta make this make sense to you. We did this score mark so that it will wrap over the top of the purse and kind of clean that area up. And also because if you try to put something in here that's not thick enough or long enough, you won't be able to see it to punch it, okay? So since this is the top that goes over the flap, this is where we wanna punch. So I'm gonna lay this into my punch board, lining that up and punch. And then I'm just gonna flip it around and do the other one so that it'll be at the right place. And punch. So now you can see with it folded, it will sit right over the top and land on our flap where it needs to land, and we were still able to see it in our punch. Let's do the other one. So here again, this is the top, so I know I want this bottom corner punched here. And then I want this bottom corner punched. You don't have to do this part. You could just decorate those flaps. I just think it's kind of cute to have the paper coordinating on it. So now we can stick these guys down. I'm gonna fold this into place and run some glue along the back and also the front of the tab, because I'm gonna glue it down all the way around. Just slide that on the top and line it up to either side. And seal that into place. Again, I'm gonna lay it down and squish it till the glue catches. So cute. I love the flap. Now you say, well, that's fine and good, Maymay, but it doesn't like a purse. You're right, it needs a strap. And what I'm doing on this purse is I'm gonna show you how to do a strap across. If you've watched my other paper purses, you would have seen how to do straps here, which you certainly can do, but I want one that goes across this time. I think it will be super cute. So here's what we're gonna do. Now for this part, you know I had to pull out a border punch, right? Any excuse to use a punch. This is a 1 inch by 12 inch strip, and so is this one. This strip's gonna be my base strip. This one's gonna go on top, but I'm gonna border punch it. So I cut it the same width, but once I punch it with my border punch, that's gonna change everything. That'll make it be just right for the center. So now this piece that's border punched on both ends is gonna run right down the center just as a little extra embellishment. So I'm gonna run some glue down that. And just stick that down. Now I'm just going to take it and start kind of rolling it between my fingers and curving it. You can also take your bone folder and do that and just kind of get a nice natural curve started. We want it to be something like that. We don't want to have to force it to curve around our bag. So now we bring our bag back over, and this is where this handle is going to live. How stinking cute, right? Instantly becomes a purse by doing that. Now what I'm gonna do, because I want to put some cards inside, so I want to have plenty of room, okay? I'm going to glue this as close to the top as I can, and then we're going to put another embellishment on it. So I'm just going to take some glue. You could use sticky tape here. I'm just going to take some art glitter glue just like this, and I'm going to put it right to the top as high as I think I comfortably can get away with that. You could brad this on, you could hot glue it on, whatever works for you. I'm just going to do it just like that. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm giving myself about 1/4 inch to glue it down. So I'm going to run some glue here and then bring that strap over that and hold it into place while it sets. That is so cute already. Now, just for fun, I pulled out another punch, the button punch, and I have some of that red, actually the same designer paper that I'm going to flip over and punch some buttons out of. I forget that I can't see through this one, so as long as I get it there, I'm in good shape. This is one of those punches that punches and embosses. It's pretty cool. It's from Martha Stewart. I picked it up at Michael's. I'll bring it up close so you can see the punch and the emboss. So here you can see the punch and the emboss on that one. I think that one is super cool. And I'm gonna put it on the side over here, just like this. But I think I'm gonna run some string through it first. So here I've run some baker's twine through those little paper buttons that I punched, and now I'm going to glue them on. I'm gonna use some art glitter glue. You could use a glue dot or some hot glue here too. This will work just fine though for what I'm doing. So I'm gonna stick that on there and let that dry. Now, just for another fun embellishment, I dug into my stash from G's Embellishment Emporium. This is a little buckle flower that I got from him. I'm not sure if he still has it in stock, but he has all kinds of stuff like this. And if you need little embellishments, that's the place to look. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna feed this little strip of paper through this little embellishment, just like this, to look like a little belt. Oh my goodness, look how cute that is. Okay, and you know it's gotta go on the front of our purse, right? I think it is perfect for right across these little straps, just to dress that up. And I'm gonna center it and glue it down and then tuck the little ends behind. That is so cute. Okay, so let's add some glue. Then let's center that back up. And you know I'm just eyeballing it because you know I don't do anything more fancy than that. I'm gonna tuck the little edges around. Already put glue on them so they'd stick when they went around. And look how cute that is. I'm gonna do it on the back as well. Now then, you guys have seen me use these before. These are those pre-made cards you can get from Michael's in that little box that's usually like $5.99 or so on sale. There's 10 here with 10 envelopes, and we're gonna see how well this fits into our little purse. So there they go, they sit right down inside. Now this is the reason you wanted to glue those bottom flaps in, so you could easily get your cards in and out. 10 fits great. What a perfect little gift that is. I love it. Just another use for your gift bag punch. I think if we just think outside the box with those punches and how they work, we can find all different uses for them. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know you're probably sick of paper purses. I promise I'll give you guys a break on those next week. As a matter of fact, Monday, our guy card collab starts, and I'll be doing a guy card, and I want to show you something. This is the inspiration for my guy card. So come back Monday and check out what I do with that. And I can't wait to see you till then. Now, if you make a paper purse like this, or if you do any project using your gift bag punch board or anything else, we want to see it. Share it with us over on our Facebook group, which is called Maymay Made It, and so did I. We can't wait to see what you guys are making. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.